Yeah. Adam Schiff, please. Hey, how are you, Congressman? Let it fucking go. Let it go. If Trump doesn't break your fucking neck, I'm going to. You're a lying piece of shit. The whole world knows it. Now you're really making an asshole of yourself. Even people on your side of the aisle think you're a fucking idiot. Let it go, or there'll be consequences. Okay, jerk off? Okay. What? Fuck you. Hi, how are you? Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. It's a Dirty Thursday, another week in the books, the Nick Paolo show. Mother of God, Mr. Trump, how are you? Victory lap, huh? You doing a rally tonight? Good for you. Rub it in their faces. Dance with that football for the next 10 minutes in the end zone. Do splits. Spike it. Spike that ball. How are you? Good? Speaking of the POTUS, he weighed in today. He tweeted the FBI and Justice Department will look into Jussie Smollett because everybody knows it's a second hoax. What a filthy, filthy fucking legal system in Illinois. Illinois, we ought to kick them out of the union. They've given us people like Hillary Clinton, Barack Hussein Obama, Michelle Obama, yuck, Dick Durbin. Eat a turd and die, eat a turd and die. Anyways, the president's calling it outrageous and an embarrassment to our nation. He's talking about the Smollett case, of course.
You are correct, sir.
But the Fraternal Order of Police and others have been calling for a federal investigation into State's Attorney Kim, I'm so retarded, Fox, and I'm so blinded by my skin color. They're going to investigate her handling of the case involving the fucking stinky, stinky actor, that lion cocksucker, Jussie Smollett. During the police investigation, Fox reached out to a relative of Smollett, concerned about leaks, and then contacted the Chicago police superintendent, Eddie Johnson, who I like a lot. Weeks later, Fox said she recused herself from the case not long before Smollett was charged with filing a false police report. God, I want to punch his face more than Adam Schiff's. Fox insisted that she had no role in the dismissal, but defended the move because she's mentally ill, saying her office often handles cases in a similar fashion for defendants with nonviolent backgrounds. So you've done this before. You fucking... Where did you go? DeVry for your fucking law degree? What a piece of cheese. Fox told... I'm talking about Kim Fox, double X. Told the Tribune Wednesday she would never have gotten involved if she knew Smollett would later be deemed a suspect, not a victim. I've never had a victim that turned into a suspect, she said. In hindsight, as we see how it's all played out, is there a regret that I engaged with a family member? Absolutely. You're a fucking...
Liar, whore, and you know...
The FBI has already been looking into part of the Smollett case. A threatening letter the actor said he got a week before the attack. Oh, my God. Do you understand what that means? He sent the letter to himself. Yeah, I'm saying it right now because I've been right the whole time. Only thing I was wrong about is I said this guy will do no jail time. I was right about that. I didn't know that the charges would be dropped. Nobody did. Chicago Police Superintendent Eddie Johnson has said the letter is as phony as the attack. God bless you, Eddie, which he had said Smollett staged when the letter got no publicity whatsoever. This guy's mentally ill, not Eddie Johnson. Smollett, he's mentally ill. He sent himself a letter. Remember he cut out the letters like a psycho would out of a magazine and he pasted all that shit? Do you remember that? Well, see, the feds are going to handle this one because it went through the U.S. Postal Service. And when that happens, the FBI does get involved. This isn't over by a long shot. It's going to be like the OJ thing. We didn't get him on the sawing his wife's head off with a knife, but we got him a few years later and trying to steal back memorabilia in Vegas. Y'all remember that, don't you? The FBI typically has jurisdiction over crimes involving the U.S. Postal Service. The letter in a white envelope was delivered January 22nd to a Fox production studio where Empire is filmed. The letter was addressed to Smollett in large, childish handwriting with MAGA written in the left corner. Gee, if we could only connect the dots on these two things. In an apparent reference to President Trump's Make America Great Again slogan. Witnesses told police a postal worker dropped off the letter after Smollett gave him a hand job. It was postmarked in southwest suburban Bedford Park on January 18th, 4 days earlier, and bore 2 American flag stamps. This guy is just fucking so stupid. Smollett told police and the show's executive producer they used gloves to open the envelope. The letter inside depicted a message from letters cut out of a magazine. Oh, this guy is psychotic, with a racist and homophobic death threat accompanied by a draw. I wonder if he hired somebody to mail the letter to him. Maybe he found a third black fella in Nigeria. The letter contained white powder that was later determined to be crushed pain reliever. That's the...
But it was all lies.
A week later, on the 29th of January, Smollett reported he was attacked by the 2 masked men who hit him, placed a noose around his pencil neck, and poured liquid on him as he walked to his apartment, which we all know, it was a setup. They rehearsed it like the fucking Oscar Awards. A federal agent assigned as a task force officer was involved in the investigation. The case files indicate. Though the Chicago Police Department often works with federal authorities in such cases, the agent got copies of search warrants issued against Smollett, was present when the brothers were questioned, and was at the police station when Smollett was arrested. The agent also helped to sneak the brothers into the criminal courthouse for a grand jury appearance. This is just filthy. Filthy. I love that Rahm Emanuel is out there pounding on this guy. He's going to send Smollett a bill, he said. It cost $130,000 in taxpayer money to do all the investigation that the cops did. He's going to send this douchebag a bill. And by the way, Empire looks like it's coming back for another season, but Smollett's not involved. So now what's he going to do? What he should be doing, choreographing Janet Jackson fucking things. What? It gets more interesting, folks. A lawyer for alleged hate crime, Jussie Smollett, claimed Thursday the 2 African-American brothers who attacked the Empire actor may have been wearing whiteface. Why is that funny to me? Because my new special, which is being editing right now, my 1-hour special that I shot about a month ago, being editing, I do a bit about Smollett, and I say, as a white guy, I try to, if I try to stage a hoax or I'm beat up by 2 black fellas, I would have had to, it would have been a pain in the ass. I would have get 2 white bodybuilders out of Sweden and put them in blackface. So even when I'm joking around, I'm very prescient, as they say. And it's why I should be your favorite comic. I couldn't be more relevant at the age of 77. Can we get a shot of Jason in there, please? It's opening day. Look at Jason, huh? You look like a kid, with cancer doing a Make-A-Wish thing. He's going to throw out the first pitch.
Yeah, that's what it feels like to be a Mets fan.
You wish it felt that good. My. I love when they write articles months after these national stories break and they give you information that we don't really need anymore. Smollett, who's a black gay guy, thanks for clearing that up, told cops after the run-in that he believed his ski mask assailants were white because he's a lying cocksucker and hates white people. I added that for emphasis. Because of a sliver of skin he saw around one's eyes, though they turned out to be black fellas. Acquaintances of the actor. Obviously, you can disguise that. You can put makeup on, said Tina Glandian, a member of Smollett's lying legal team. When word emerged that Smollett's purported attackers were black, not white, Glandian said she searched the names of the brothers, Ambiola and Olabinjo Osandaro, online and found a video, listen to this, showing one wearing whiteface in an imitation of a Batman villain. We have, one of the first by the way, he had more. Is he still alive, Heath Ledger? I didn't think so.
He died tragically.
Yeah, shut up. That's your opinion. He died the way he should die. Fucking dope. One of the first videos that showed up actually was one of the brothers in whiteface doing the Joker monologue. I wonder if he had a Nigerian accent. So it's not implausible, she said. Neither brother has been criminally charged. Why aren't we hearing from them now and stuff? Why are they? Oh, they sealed everything. That's right. What a fucking job. And I'm watching this report, and thank God Trump fucking weighed in. And, but I'm watching this, and again, they're all dancing around the issue. This is why the show Tough Crowd was so great, and we need it today. They're dancing. He got off because he was rich and famous. He got off because he was black and gay in 2019 in the United States of America. You understand? He can check off the 2 victim lists. That's why. Don't give me that rich shit. 65 grand, it's not that great Hollywood standards. And nobody knew him. Who the fuck? He's famous? I didn't know this jack off. I'm sure he has, 97% of the black population knew who he was. He got off because he's a victim, a special interest group, gay and black. That's why he got the fuck off. That and Kim Fox is crooked like everybody else in the system. Only Superintendent Eddie Johnson has the balls, who's African-American, by the way, has the balls to stand up and say, this guy's lying. Him and Rahm Emanuel. Rahm Emanuel, do you understand Rahm Emanuel? Do you understand what a left-wing kook he is? But I like that he's going to charge a fucking bill to Smollett. I don't know how he's going to pay it now that he's not on the fucking show, I think Papa John should make pretty good tips when you... Anyhow, I'm sure it's too tight. How are you, Patreon members? Thank God you're here. We're doing it live as usual.
Okay. We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Take it easy, Bill. I'll come over there and fucking crack you in the head, right? You know what I'm saying to you?
You know you one crazy motherfucking wop.
Yeah, it's been said, yo. Oh, what do we got here? Biden criticizes white man's culture role in the Anita Hill hearing, which happened in 1856. What is he actually talking about?
And they beating up every white person.
Former Vice President Joey Biden, who I really condemned a white man's culture as he lashed out at violence against women, and more specific, which is hilarious. You want to compare? Do you want to compare statistics when it comes to violence against women, whites versus people of color? Do you really? Just on the universities across the country that have major football programs would boost the numbers. Matter of fact, just this morning in the paper, LSU transfer. He's transferring out because he was a running back. He had 13 yards and 4 carries. Apparently takes his frustration by raping a girl in his bathroom. These are the stories you don't hear. These are the stories you'll never hear. Jerk off Joe Biden out there. It's all white man's fault. More specifically, he lamented his role in the Supreme Court confirmation hearings that undermined Anita Hill's credibility nearly 30 years ago. It's his way of saying, this is how you get the vote. I'm white. I'm an old guy. I'm the problem. Do you realize you're running against yourself, you fucking hair plug wearing dope? He's running against himself. He's in a field loaded with women, people of color, and he's going, white old men, that culture is the problem. You're running against yourself, you shit. Who are you taking your fucking advice from? Jussie Smollett? I'm the problem. Oh my God, this is just fucking... Here's a video of a jerk off.
Done something. I opposed Clarence Thomas' nomination. I voted against him.
Oh.
But I also realized there was a real and perceived problem the committee faced. There were a bunch of white guys. No, I mean it sincerely. A bunch of white guys.
Oh, you mean it sincerely? What a cynical piece of shit. I want to feel bad for Joe Biden because he lost his wife and a daughter like in a car accident. You know what I mean? But he continued on. I want to feel bad for him. What a cynical ploy. He says everything that the Democrats are about. But I don't understand the strategy of eliminating yourself before you've even announced. You know, I don't get it. I really don't get it. By the way, for you youngsters like you guys in the booth, Anita Hill and Clarence Thomas was a black guy trying to get on the Supreme Court. Anita Hill worked for him. She accused him of sexual harassment way before hashtag I'm a lying whore. And the big thing was she found one of his pubes on a Coke can. And, yeah, so they had a big hearing on TV. Clarence Thomas, black guy, Supreme Court, brilliant conservative. You know how much balls it takes to be a black conservative in this country? They fucking hate him because he wandered off the Democrat plantation. He's a brilliant guy, and it was what they call a high-tech lynching. That's what Thomas's people called it. Anita Hill was just in my opinion, just a lying hoe. I could be wrong, but that's not the point, is it? That's not the point. The point is Joe Biden has to bring it up in 2019, something that happened over 30 years ago, to make himself relevant. To this day, he says, I regret I couldn't come up with a way to give her the kind of hearing she deserved. How fucking dare you? Oh, my God. Biden's role in the 1991 Thomas confirmation hearings is among his many political challenges as he considers making a 2020 bid. He can't even make a decision. It's like my wife at a restaurant. Take the chicken fingers. We've been here a half hour. Buy the shoes that fit. Should he run, he'd be among of a handful of white men. I love how we can just say white men now. He'd be a handful of black. Ugh. Can I be as racist as they are? It's all right for people on the left to paint fucking white guys with a broad brush. Just let me have the same, please. Handful of white men in a Democratic presidential field that features several women and minorities, which to me spells dark future. Nick, how dare you? I don't give a rat's tit. Biden, 76, with a pair of Pampers, was shitting his pants as he delivered the remarks at New York City event honoring young people who've been brainwashed, who help combat sexual assault on college campuses. That's what he was speaking about. Did you bring up the LSU running back or the other fucking 700 cases against black athletes in the last 5 minutes on college campuses? That doesn't focus into it? How dare you, sir? Have you no shame? The event held at a venue called the Russian Tea Room. I've been there with Louis C.K., by the way, when we first moved to New York. We go, here's a restaurant we don't belong in. We went in there and just got shit-faced, and can't remember if we walked out on the check or not. It was hosted by the Biden Foundation and the nonprofit group It's On Us. What's on you? What's on, was it, huh? Well, what's on you? What is it? DNA? Which Biden founded this with President Barack Obama in 2014, so it must be good because he's African American. Biden called on Americans to change the culture. Let's start by fucking you going away. That dates back to centuries and allows pervasive violence. He's blaming. Are you listening to me, Ryan? These are people you're voting for. Please, honey, you look good. You get a nice haircut. You're a cute kid. No doubt about it. Here's the second video of jerk-off Joe Biden.
No man has a right to chastise his woman with a rod thicker than the circumference
My
of his
rod
thumb.
is much thicker than that, bitch.
This is English jurisprudential culture. A white man's culture. It's got to change. It's got to change.
And you show that by how?
You need to shut the fuck up.
It's a white man's culture that has to change, and you're running for president, a old white man. Is that how you... This is fucking priceless. The irony is thicker than my rod. Make a mark. This is a clip that we're going to release. I was right on point there. Yeah, it's old English jurisprudence. You mean the laws, the common law system that we have today that made us a country of law and orders, and that people from all over the world are sneaking to get away from their lawless shitholes. Is that what you mean? Really? Guys get more holes in his fucking argument. It's old white man laws. That's the evil. By the way, did I announce I'm running for president of the United States to continue this? Good luck. No man has the right to lay a hand on a woman no matter what. Really? What if she says spank me as I'm pulling her hair? Huh? Some broads like to be choked. I always use that against the feminists. A man can't tell a woman when talking about abortion what to do with her body. Really, you didn't mind last night when I said, sit on my face, Patty. I just came up with a bit. That'll be on the next special. See how this works, Ryan? You're watching a fucking pro from his basement of his house. You know, kids, no man has the right to lay a hand on a woman. How about two hands? No matter what she's wearing. Really? What if she has a shirt that says "punch me"? She does. No matter what she's wearing, who she is, unless it's in self-defense. Never, he said. And I say to him, "You are an asshole." He then shared a conversation he had with a member of a college fraternity. If you see a brother taking an inebriated co-ed up the stairs at a fraternity house and you don't go and stop it, you're a damn coward. You don't deserve to be called a man. Talk about sexist and misogynist. So you guys in college campuses, you know what? You should treat women like they're not accountable for themselves. Treat them like the children that they are. That's the message from Joe Biden. If I saw a brother trying to get a hot chick up the stairs who's a little drunk, I'd help carry her up there. That's being a man. You help when you help a best friend move something. Unbelievable. Anyways, I guess Biden felt bad. He felt bad about all bashing white culture. So today he came out. He actually did a little singing to make up for bashing white culture. Didn't he, fellas? Don't worry about it. It was the yodeling thing. Forget it, Ryan. Timing is everything in comedy. Sounds like a radiator in my first apartment, a radiator I had in Queens. Black people write about something. White people and their rhythm and their music, just if that's not proof. Although I could listen to that actually. You know what I mean? You fuse it with a little of fucking Jay-Z shit.
Listen to it while you work out?
Yeah, if I want to drop the weights on my neck and quit. Ricola! Joe Biden, you are an asshole. I feel like I missed a... No, I didn't. Anyway, hey, don't forget Cameo.com. Go to Cameo.com. I don't know if it's still on my website or not. If not, go to Cameo.com. Click on it if you want me to send a personal video message to one of your friends, one of your enemies. I will be glad to do a little, mini roast on them. Or just be nice. Happy birthday to your wife or to your boyfriend, your girlfriend. Your grandmother just had both her hips replaced and you're hoping she dies. I'll say that to her too on her deathbed. $60. I'm a lot cheaper than a lot of people. They got Andy Dick's like charging a couple hundred or whatever. And by the way, people are like, aren't you above that? Well, Noah McDonald's on it. Brett Favre is on it. Hannibal Buress is on it. And a bunch of other comics who are actually pretty good. So no, I am a Republican. I'm not even a Republican. I hate the Republicans too. But I lean right. I'm an unapologetic capitalist, and I need the goddamn money. Do I look like I'm doing that well? Honestly, folks, I have a mannequin of Trump next to me. Got to lose some weight. 215 today. I guess you can't eat a bag of pretzel rods right before you hit the sack. I was dipping them in golden mustard. I had a golden mustard, and I must have ate 17 of them. This is 3 days in a row. I actually put on workout equipment, sweats and a sweatshirt to work out, and went upstairs and took an hour-and-a-half nap 3 days in a row. I'm not making that up, and I wonder why I look a little puffy around the jowls. Oh, why do you care, Nick? Well, because I like to look good on cameras. Who knows? Someday Judd Apatow might let me play the emasculated male faggot in one of his faggot movies. Hey, pedophile baby jumpsuits pulled from Amazon amid outrage. One of the people outraged that they pulled them is Ryan Pahoda. Amazon was forced to yank baby jumpsuits, have we lost it, emblazoned with a revolting slogan such as Daddy's Little Fuck Toy. I just look illegal. Daddy's Little Fuck. What? Honest to God, we are rotting from the inside out. And don't... Daddy's Little Fuck Toy. My dad gave me that when I was in 5th grade. I worked at school, and my teacher got upset because she said I was her little fuck toy. Anyways, Amazon was forced to yank these little things from its shelves after a backlash over the tasteless duds, which critics say are aimed at pedophiles. So, see ya.
Bye-bye.
It's shocking, and I'm surprised it is there in the first place, said Professor Marcy Hamilton of the child advocacy think tank, Child USA. It has a way of normalizing the act, like we need it explained to us by a professor, you know. It has a way of normalizing the activity, child sex abuse, which is extremely dangerous to children. Is it really? I thought it was really healthy for a guy to be fucking having sex with a 4-year-old. I thought it was healthy and it makes him grow up fast. Thank you, Marcy Hamilton, for clearing that up. Jesus, just another broad with a fucking junior college degree I don't need to hear from. It's the first time we've seen such wording aimed at pedophiles and clothing for babies. Amazon should have much better controls over products for children generally, she says. The offending clothes, which was sold on the site by third-party Canadian vendor Van Burr, have since been removed, according to Amazon. There's a few other ones that they had removed. Teeth on this. That was on a t-shirt. Time for your milk. Ugh. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Take off your diaper and let's get busy. That's the one I didn't. I don't know. How the fuck did it make it there in the first place? That is actually a legitimate point. Who do you think was buying those? Daddy's Little Fuck Toy, and it's a little onesie for obviously a fucking infant. Who do you think was buying those? That's right. I'll tell you who. A guy that used to be in the Democratic Party named Barney Frank. Just kidding. Couldn't think of anybody. Who's gay and a politician on the left? Who am I forgetting? Don't worry about it. Boy, you guys couldn't be less helpful. Honest to fucking God.
Yeah, no, I got nothing.
Say anybody.
Just say anybody. Thanks.
Fucking Lindsey Graham. Fuck it.
No. He's not on the left, you dink. He's on my side. I like Lindsey Graham. He's a confirmed bachelor. But you know what? He's funny as hell. And he's smart. I'd hang out with Lindsey. I just wouldn't walk back to the hotel with him. Adam Schiff urged to step down as chairman by House Intelligence Committee Republicans. Every Republican on the House Intelligence Committee on Thursday demanded the pencil-neck fucking jerk-off Adam Schiff step down as chairman over the California's Democrats' repeated claims to have... What's frozen? The machine's frozen? That means the show's not going out to anybody?
No, the PowerPoint's frozen.
Oh, okay. Why is it freezing? Anyways, Republicans are demanding he step down, okay? Because he keeps repeating his claims to evidence Trump collusion, even after the Mueller's report. In a letter obtained by Fox News, signed by every Republican on the committee, the lawmakers slammed Schiff for his claims in the media there was more than circumstantial evidence, that's in quotes, of collusion between Trump campaign and Russia. They repeated the demand in person during a feisty hearing. I had some great video for it.
Got it.
And you're a piece of shit.
Okay, here's a pencil neck geek still lying, like catching a kid with his hand in the cookie jar. It wasn't me, mommy. Shut the fuck up. The whole world is laughing at you. Go ahead, show this ass.
The findings of the special counsel conclusively refute your past and present assertions and have exposed you as having abused your position to knowingly promote false information, having damaged the integrity of this committee and undermined the faith in the United States government and its institutions. Your actions, both past and present, are
like the girl on the left.
With your duty as chairman of this committee, which alone in the House of Representatives has the obligation and authority to provide effective oversight of the U.S. intelligence community. As such, we have no faith in your ability to discharge your duties in a manner consistent with your constitutional responsibility and urge your immediate resignation as chairman of the committee. Mr. Chairman, this letter is signed by all 9 members of the Republican side of the House of the committee, and I ask unanimous consent to be entered into the record of today's hearing. Now, you're back.
Without objection, I'm going to turn to our witnesses who are the subject of the hearing today, but before I do, and as you have chosen, instead of addressing the hearing to simply attack me, consistent with the president's attacks,
Pause.
I do want
to... You attacked me. You don't have to take the picture. Oh, yeah, you can. I'm talking. You're attacking me. I guarantee he's been saying that since first grade. You're picking on me. Even though I'm lying and everybody knows I'm full of shit, even though, look at the woman behind who probably worked for him, looking at him like, you fucking still sticking with this story? You pencil neck, giant foreheaded freak? Go ahead.
Respond in this way. My colleagues may think it's okay that the Russians offered dirt on the Democratic candidate for president as part of what was described as the Russian government's effort to help the Trump campaign. You might think that's okay. My colleagues might think it's okay that when that was offered to the son of the president, who had a pivotal role in the campaign, that the president's son did not call the FBI. He did not adamantly refuse that for help.
It happens at every election.
No, instead that son said that he would love the help of the Russians.
Yeah, sounds like he's hiding something, huh?
You might think it's okay that he took that meeting. You might think it's okay that Paul Manafort, the campaign
he walked
chair,
out.
someone with great experience.
Pause. He walked out halfway through the meeting. And that's called, this happens at every election. You're presented with opposition research. It happens all the fucking time. You may think it's okay to go after a person who did nothing and left the fucking meeting. Go ahead.
Running campaigns also took that meeting. You might think it's okay that the president's son-in-law also took that meeting. You might think it's okay that they concealed it from the public. You might think it's okay that their only disappointment after that meeting was that the dirt they received on Hillary Clinton wasn't better.
Pause.
You might.
The dirt wasn't as good as the Steele dossier cooked up by your side to get a FISA warrant to spy on a guy running for president. You may think that's okay. Have you no shame, you bald-headed fuck you? Go ahead.
I think that's okay. You might think it's okay that when it was discovered a year later that they lied about that meeting and said it was about adoptions. You might think it's okay that the president is reported to have helped dictate that lie. You might think that's okay. I don't. You might think it's okay that the campaign...
You know who else thinks all this is okay? Robert Mueller, you dick face. All this is hilarious. Nobody's buying it. Go ahead.
Chairman of a presidential campaign would offer information about that campaign to a Russian oligarch in exchange for money or debt forgiveness.
Look at the black woman in
think
front.
That's okay. I don't. You might think it's okay that campaign chairman offered polling data, campaign polling data to someone linked to Russian intelligence. I don't think that's okay.
He's in prison. He's talking about Manafort.
You might think it's okay that the president himself called on Russia to hack his opponent's emails.
Pause.
If they...
Yeah, he did that during a rally on national TV. The whole world knew he was being tongue-in-cheek. You may think that's okay, that the president said, I hope they find Hillary's fucking email. You know who else thought that was okay? The 60 million people who voted for Trump and beat the thick-ankle dog face. You know who else thinks it's okay? Robert Mueller. Is this embarrassing? We need to see the full report. Trump's out there going, put out the full report. Okay, back to the pencil neck geek.
They were listening. You might think it's okay that later that day, in fact, the Russians attempted to hack a server affiliated with that campaign. I don't think that's okay.
Pause. You may findings.
Bastian.
Okay. You may think it's okay to get your hair cut at Supercuts, Mr. Schiff. I don't think that's okay. You may think it's all right to have the physique of a 17-year-old girl. I don't think it's okay. You may think it's okay to ignore a 2-year investigation where the results didn't come out your way. I think that's perfectly okay. You're making an asshole of yourself. You may think it's okay that some of your colleagues want you to shut your fucking mouth and move on to other stuff. And there's still people out there going, oh, we have to see the full... Trump's out there going, yeah, put the full report out. Honest to God, Schiff, you have the emotional level of about a 6th grader. It's fucking embarrassing. I don't like you very much.
You're lying. And you're a piece of shit.
Trump himself went further than congressional Republicans this morning, tweeting, Congressman Adam Schiff, who spent 2 years knowingly and unlawfully lying and leaking, should be forced to resign from Congress. I love it.
This committee owes an apology. This committee owes an apology, Senator.
Schiff, a vocal critic of the president, has doubled down on his claim that Trump and his administration collude with foreign powers despite Mueller's findings. Undoubtedly, there is collusion, Schiff told the Washington Post, which is owned by what's his name, Bezos. I always call him Henry. What's Bezos' first name?
Jeff.
Why get Henry all the Jeff Bezos, who's a Trump hater, obviously. After Attorney General Bill Barr's 4-page summary of Mueller's investigation was released on Sunday, he told the paper that the question of whether Trump or the people around him were compromised by a hostile foreign power was not in any part of Mueller's report. Oh, my God. It was only the conclusion. Please help us. Representative Michael Conaway, Republican, Texas, attacked Schiff for driving a false narrative about collusion between Trump and Russia and undermining the faith of the American people. Conaway then went on to demand Schiff immediately resign his committee chairmanship and commit Harry on the steps of the Capitol. Anyways, saying that the Republicans on the committee have no faith in you. That's in quotes. Schiff on Monday had signed a letter with his fellow House committee chairs demanding the full Mueller report by April 2nd. Nancy Pelosi, the crazy, wacky, left-wing, leathery-nippled dope, said early this week that the mountain calls to remove Schiff were absolutely ridiculous. The fact that you think that's ridiculous is ridiculous, ma'am. She consulted with Schiff and other committee leaders over the weekend as she stepped over human feces and dirty needles in her district. As Barr notified Congress of Mullet's report and summarized the details, a Pelosi aide said Schiff was being attacked because he's done an outstanding job.
You stupid fucking blabbermouth cunt!
We all right in there? Everything running?
Yeah, everything's nice and good on our end. The stream is a little choppy going out, but we're thinking that's on YouTube's end.
Maybe my show's picking up steam and they're getting nervous. The president said Schiff's constant airing of the collusion delusion could be considered criminal because he was making horrible statements that he knew were false. You're damn right, Mr. President. Trump, who has tussled with Schiff, listen to this, since entering the White House, called the congressman, I labeled the guy, this is the first time I saw him, a pencil neck. That's what Trump called him. During a White House meeting Tuesday with Senate Republican, Trump called him a fucking pencil neck. Oh my God, I love this president. I gotta give him a kiss. Oh, you're the best thing that ever happened to this country, you motherfucker. During the confab, Trump also said Schiff would be a horrible golfer because he would only be able to drive the ball 50 yards down the field. Jason has a hurt look on his face because he does not like this type of verbal abuse. He's a Mets fan. He's used to it.
That poor Adam Schiff.
That was hardly worth the 20 seconds it took to get to the mic.
Yeah, no, I'm just going to go kill myself now.
Please, don't get anything on my rug. Here's an article that I think Ryan would be interested in. He could have wrote it, actually. It's from a guy that goes to Yale, a student, Rasmus Schletter. And the title is On Boyhood, the Yale Herald. I should have gave you guys a picture, but...
Your son looks like a fag to me.
This is him. He wrote a thing, okay? The word manhood makes me cringe. I think of boys in middle school flexing their prepubescent abs in the mirror. I bet you do. Reveling in reaching every benchmark of successful masculine performance in fruitless competition. And to prove what? As someone who has been hyper-aware of his queerness since childhood, for you people who are a little slow, he's saying he's gay, manhood felt not only out of reach for me, but like a tormenting ideal for boys in the throes of pubescent insecurity. Maybe it felt like that to you, but don't put cocks in other guys' mouths. Words in other guys' mouths. Traditional masculinity teaches us that to succeed, men must be dominant, mature, strong, the best. But the ideal has always seemed like more of a burden than a solace. Again, to you, who represents about 5% of the population. Though I'm verging on 20 years old, I am still very much a boy. That's something to brag about. I think it's partly a desire to shirk all adult responsibility for as long as I can. I'm doing that now. I can't pick you up on that one. And partly me internalizing the infantilization of twinks. I'll repeat, infantilization of twinks in the gay community. But I don't think of myself as a man. To me, masculinity is like a game. The rules are made up and the points don't matter. Again, going back to him being bullied. Everything's a dodgeball game to guys like this. I use guys in quotes. And again, I'm not anti-gay, so I don't want to fucking hear about it. Got plenty of gay friends and shit. I just don't like that. When I'll draw a point in a few minutes. In my all-male suite, I feel like I'm in middle school again, watching frat boys chug protein shakes. You chug protein shakes. You don't do it in the mirror. You do it in bed with your life partner, Tom. Flex in the mirror before going to sleep. Pass time by talking about the girls on Tinder they wish they matched with. Maybe it's just a byproduct of straight culture that I'll never fully understand. You are correct, sir. But it seems like the aspiration to be a man and the competition to be the best man is what defines a manhood from middle school through college and beyond. Yeah, you got it exactly right. What the fuck's wrong with it? Huh?
You can act like a man. What's the matter with you?
In attempting to distance themselves from boyhood, they only regress back to the adolescent dick measuring contests I thought I'd left in gym locker rooms. I've been in plenty of locker rooms. Never measured anybody's dick on my own. I do that at home. Do you know as you get older, the ligament that holds your dick up at the base, even that starts to shrink? How mean is that prick upstairs? Imagine the ligament. It's like a shock absorber. It keeps your shit out there. Even that gets tired. Jason, true. I looked it up. I got, 5 3/4 inches, and I'm measured from the tailbone. What? In attempting to distance themselves, they make manhood look miserable. Well, to you, because see, you could never fit in. You got something? Oh, I think I want to say. When did we get to this point? And I understand, because he mentions later on, and I've said this, I really believe, as far as sexuality, there is a spectrum. There's not just boy and girl. There's a bunch of shit in between. I think Ryan is proof. There's a bunch of stuff in between. I really believe there's a spectrum. But when, just because of that, when did it become okay to go, be gay, being a straight guy, that's just fucking, it's evil, and it's anachronistic, and why? Because that's not how you are? That makes it bad? I'm sorry, you make up about 5% of the population. So about 95% of us would disagree with that, respectfully, unlike the way you argue. Do you get what I'm saying? It's the same with feminism. And you know, now at one point we just want equality, to be equal with men. Now it's like men are toxic. Same with the race thing. Now it's not only a black's not inferior, we're superior. It's just fucking madness.
So the Yale website says that this was posted by Journey Streams, and this is the picture that's on it.
Oh, that's him? Another. So you're a racist, number one. It's got to be that's him?
As far as I can tell.
Yeah, as far as I can tell. I think you're right. You wonder why you're unhappy. First of all, it looks like one of those little dolls when you buy on vacation in Jamaica. Really. So he's a bright kid, you know, goes to fucking Yale. Another sign of a racist, toxic white old boy network. You go to fucking Yale. But because you're not like straight guys, that makes them bad and you good. Do you understand? You're the, and I hate to use this term because biological aberration, that's probably, doesn't mean I hate anybody. I'm just saying, we're supposed to see the world through your eyes, I guess. I just don't get it. But he goes on. He says, they make manhood look miserable. Embracing boyhood has allowed me to traverse life, sexuality, and self-expression with childlike wonder. Well, if that's your goal, to be a child your whole life, that's fine. Traverse life. Straight guys don't traverse life. I have one question for you, Mr. Whatever.
What about homosexuality, Tony? You like men, huh?
I think the spectrum of gender extends not only between the two poles of gender essentialism, but also within them, which I agree on. Boyhood is something I've always cherished because it is, in a word, fun. No, you don't. You're cherishing girlhood or something in between on the spectrum. Yale masculinity is a constant performance where we witness a performance that in many respects has led to the parts of our social culture some of us hate the most. That would be straight white culture, is what you mean. You're a racist and somehow you're sexist too. You're anti-straight culture. I don't know if they have a word for that. We're busy doing shit. We can't make up our own vocabulary. I have never lived around so many straight men before and probably never will again. But if they are any indication of how masculinity on this campus is socialized, I wonder how much happier Yale boys would be if they stopped trying to be men.
You gotta grow up. You're not a kid anymore.
Isn't it sad? I want to get mad at the guy. Isn't it sad how confused he is? Do you understand? He's obsessed with his sexuality and his race and where he fits in on the spectrum. But he's actually bad-mouthing people who don't. The majority of people who don't identify like he does. But that's my point. Oh, what a burden. What a burden. A gay black man. You're at Yale. Shut up. Yes, guys like to drink protein shakes and flex in the mirror. That's what they do. You want me to stop making fun of what you do?
We found his Twitter account.
Put up his Twitter account. Let me guess his pictures of me when I was in high school.
Yeah, we had the wrong picture. This is him.
Oh, fuck. You guys. Fucking, let me ask you, on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you guys think you're doing today?
Well, it said the article was written from somebody else on their website.
You didn't answer my question. On a scale
I
of 1
think
to
I'm doing
10.
like a 7.
He thinks he's doing a 7.
You're a damn terrorist. All right, just get the hell out of here. I got a goddamn campaign.
What's wrong with optimism?
That's him, huh? Show your face. So who'd I just brutalize? That poor black kid.
I have no idea.
I think he was an extra on Good Times. I apologize to the young black fella up there who it's a white little punk, like I suspected. Anyways, unbelievable. It's just sad how confused. You know, enjoy what you do. Nobody in 2019 said traverse life, experiment sexually. Nobody's poo-pooing on that. But that doesn't mean your view of the world makes everybody else. Straight guys are gross. Let me ask you a question, Mr. Schlutter Bug. I don't know what his fucking name is. Let me ask you a question. In World War II, what if the whole U.S. military was gay guys? Would we have still won? No. I'm sure there were a few gay guys in there. I understand that. Go to nickdip.com. This Friday night, which is tomorrow, Jesus Christ, it's here. I'll be in Decatur Civic Center, Decatur, Illinois. And then Saturday night, March 30th, the next night, Del Mar Hall, St. Louis, Missouri. Friday, April 26th, Steel Stacks, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Friday and Saturday, May 3rd and 4th, Side Splitters in Tampa. Friday and Saturday, May 10th and 11th, the Governors in Levittown. Friday, May 31st, Jonathan's at Gunkwit, Maine. Saturday, June 1, Whites of Westport, Mass. Saturday, August 10th, the Newtown Theater, Newtown, Pennsylvania. Friday and Saturday, August 16th and 17th, the Helium Comedy Club in Philadelphia. Friday, October 18th, Ridgefield Playhouse, Ridgefield, Connecticut. Friday, November 15th, Cortland Repertory Theater, Cortland, New York. And the New Year's Eve back at the Tarrytown Music Hall in Tarrytown, New York. Go to nickdip.com for ticket information. What do we got here? Notre Dame's mom's anti-leggings letter sparks naked debate. Marianne White, there's a white name. Marianne White is tired of looking at your naked backside, is what she says.
Christy, get down on your knees so Sabrina can see your asshole.
Apparently you can when you wear leggings. She's upset about leggings. Girls wearing those leggings that men love so much. Let me tell you, you stop wearing those leggings, I'm moving to Canada. Still, the burgeoning fashion critic said she thought long and hard before writing her anti-legging letter to the Observer, the University of Notre Dame's student-run news outlet. In her lengthy rant, the leggings problem, she called it, White rused the day. They obtruded painfully on my landscape. During a mass, this is a church mass service last fall, she details what she saw. In front of us was a group of young women, all wearing very snug-fitting leggings and all wearing short-waisted top. I'm a big fan of leggings, like most heterosexual, but to church? Jason, your thoughts real quick as a good Catholic.
God's got to have some fun too, right?
It's a good point. It's a good goddamn point. I mean, he's ripped. Again, church, maybe I'm sounding old-fashioned now. At least they're in church. But they wear those, she's pissed because they had on the leggings and the short-waisted tops. For church, I don't know. She might be right on that one. Some of them truly looked as though the leggings had been painted on them. Well, that's the best ones. Leggings are so naked, she says, so form-fitting, so exposing. Could you think of the mothers of sons the next time you go shopping and consider choosing jeans instead, she says.
Son of a whore!
It took less than 24 hours before Irish for Reproductive Health, a campus nonprofit, organized a clapback to the Mad Mamas Manifesto. The group declared March 26 Leggings Pride Day and encouraged people of all genders. Wait a minute, guys, wear leggings?
Yes.
Can you find a picture of that? I have to see that.
I'll go look on my Instagram.
Fucking Ryan. All genders to post pics of themselves wearing their skin-tight garments on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And then they responded to her. She says, while well-intentioned, White's viewpoint perpetuates a narrative central to rape culture, implying that women, and that's WOMXN, and girls are responsible for the actions and reactions of others, organizers posted on Facebook. Okay, can I just push back there? You are. You are. You call men pigs and whatever, and we have impulse control, and, I mean, hashtag Me Too, rape culture. What do you think that is? What do you think that is? That's guys that can't control themselves. So you have a little bit of responsibility, and if you don't believe that's true, then what? Show up in a bikini to church. Or on a first date, show up at a guy's house wearing a fucking panties and a bra under your coat. Honestly. Go ahead.
We found a guy in leggings.
Go ahead. Come on, guys. Fuck. Oh, those aren't leggings. Those are just sweats. Those are XXL sweats. Oh my God. Look at the sweat. Jesus. Maybe she's got a point. Do you see what I'm saying though? Okay. Oh my God. Those are the pants I wore my last show in Chicago. Oh God. All right. That's fine. You're bumming me out. I'm glad I'm a 57-year-old chubster at this point. Anyway, she argues that girls in Notre Dame ought to change the way they dress to avoid attention from unsavory guys who are looking at people who wear leggings creepily. Well, how else do you look at them? Any guy, well, looking at a woman in leggings is going to do it creepily. You don't go, hey, look at the sunset. I mean, what do you... Am I wrong here? Look, I'm not saying when a girl gets raped, you go, oh, she was asking for it. But there's a spectrum there, too. If you're at the gym, and this has been going on forever and still goes on, you're in skin-tight shorts on the fucking elliptical machine, and you have an ass like a Georgia peach, you're asking men to look at it. Now, I'm not saying they should go any further than that. But what do you think? Guys are going to snuff out their very DNA? What makes them men? The testosterone. Otherwise, we'd never meet. Who you doing it for? The other broads in the gym? There's a spectrum of behavior there. Wait till the libs get a load of this show. They'll fucking be at my door. We wanted to remind people that leggings are absolutely okay, and you're allowed to dress your body in whatever way you see fit. How come the topless thing hasn't caught on yet? That you feminists are so big on. Men go topless. Why can't we be in the yard raking leaves with our tits out? Well, do it and find out. I'm just saying. Again, you're being blinded by your ideology. You know nothing about the human condition. Let Notre Dame girls be the first to turn their backs on leggings, she said. You have every right. This is Mrs. White again. You have every right to wear them, but you have every right to choose not to. Thanks for listening to the lecture. Catholic moms are good at those. She's taking a little shot at herself, and...
Well, I don't want to break up the meeting or nothing, but she's something of a cunt, ain't she, Doc?
I mean... Let's just take that in for a second. Again, now, she saw girls wearing that in church with their belly exposed. I don't know, maybe I'm sounding old. I don't know. But they're churchgoers. That sends out a mixed message. You're a girl in church, but you got fuck me pants on. Anyways. Some readers weren't buying Marianne White's hot take. The notion that a woman should not wear something because men can't control themselves shifts blame away from the onlooker to the wearer, i.e., that is the women's fault for wearing said clothing, but not men's fault for having these impulses. We do have these impulses, so you decide. You take a chance wearing that shit. That's all I'm saying. Okay? I think I've said enough. I remember being in the gym. This is back in the fucking 80s. And the girl, shorts. As tight as they get. And you get caught looking at girls. Most of the time, they just smile. Because I was wearing tighter shorts than them. But other ones would look at you like, what are you looking at? I'm looking at your ass. You're on the elliptical machine, and you got a rope swing in your ass crack, and don't tell me you didn't wear that for me. Nick, that's horrible. What kind of sex? I don't give a rat's ass. What do we got here? TGI Fridays sued by Bronx woman for fake potato skins. A snacking stickler is suing TGI Fridays, claiming the restaurant chain's potato skins are really foreskins. No! potato skins, bags of which are sold in stores and vending machines across the country, aren't actually potato skins at all. Just a mishmash of potato flakes or potato starch. So you really thought they were going to put actual potato skins, something biodegradable, in a vending machine. And if they did do that, they'd have to put so many chemicals in them to preserve them that it would kill you in 5 minutes. Lady, you're just a dumb C. I don't know any other way to put it. Solange Troncoso of the Bronx, can't wait to see her height and weight, brought the Manhattan federal court suit stating she purchased a bag of TGI Fridays sour cream. I'm sorry, I'm calling me a detective. I'm guessing this is a woman of color. Nick, why would you say that? I don't know, her name and sour cream onion chips. I'm probably wrong, but sour cream and onion potato skins from a Bronx bodega for $2, but claims that she wouldn't have done so had she known the product didn't contain real potato skins. What a fucking... Oh, the poor thing. Troncoso alleges that the company's trying to cash in on the fact that most snackers see potato skins, which TGI Fridays offer as an appetizer in its eateries, as a nutritious option compared with standard convenience store fare. They lied to you.
She got schlonged.
In the complaint, Troncoso asserts the Idaho Potato Commission and other inside and outside the industry have associated potato skins with healthy eating since they. Let me tell you something. If that's your go-to health food, potato skins, you're a fat fuck, Nick. That's a judgment call that I'm making it. Yes. It's like people that go to Burger King for the salads and then they go, oh boy, those fries smell so good. Anyways, under federal law, the suit states a food is deemed misbranded if it is an imitation of another food, but does not contain a label stating that it isn't real. It's the type of broad that would go to a Rich Little show and say, they didn't say that wasn't the real people. God, they pulled a quick one on you, honey.
We have a sworn affidavit. We have it. Your sworn affidavit.
All right. That's it, folks, for the week. God bless you all, Patreon members. And we got some big changes coming up. I can't get into it yet as far as timing and exciting stuff that's going to grow this show like a woman who thinks health food consists of potato skins. It's going to be terrific. And by the way, today's opening day. I didn't count the game in Japan at 3 a.m. as official. The Mets won. Jason's very happy. So they're going to go 1-161 this year.
I'll take it.
I bet you will. Anyways, that is it. Remember, you guys, you think it. I'll say it. Don't forget to go to cameo.com. I would love to eviscerate one of your enemies or your friends at work or a fucking nosy neighbor or an old girlfriend or boyfriend. I'll let them have it. $60. It's the best 60 you'll ever spend. All right? You think it. I'll say it. You're welcome. We'll see you guys on Monday. Take care of yourselves. Love you.